in early 2030, Parable of the Talents continues Lauren Alamina's journey as she builds the Earthseed community, Acorn, in a fragmented, authoritarian America under a religious fundamentalist president. Told through journal entries from Lauren, her husband Bankole, and her daughter Larkin. The novel explores Acorn's destruction by violent crusaders, Lauren's enslavement, and painful mother-daughter reunion. Throughout, Butler interrogates faith, power, and change, forcefully warning against fanaticism while affirming human resilience. So here's the deal. This is part 2 of Parable of the Sower. One of my colleagues at work recommended it. We just happened to be talking. Told her I was finishing up Parable of the Sower. She was like, you have got to read Parable of the Talents. Went back, found it. Actually, I got it off of Hoopla. And loved it. It was a part 2 of Parable of the Sower after Lauren and Bankole are together and they have their daughter Lauren. I will say the ending was quite... I thought that the reuniting of the mother and daughter would be more prophetic, but it wasn't. But I mean, life is what it is. So, that was a little disappointing. But here's the book review. So Octavia Butler elevates dystopia into profound moral inquiry. Lauren's prophetic voice, Bankole's steadfast love, and Larkin's ambivalence form a power narrative trio that examines trauma, identity, and forgiveness. So this is just a continuation. After they get to Bankole's land, they form Earthseed Acorn, and then start living their life. They're doing okay until people started wanting to bother them. The rise of Christian America parallels real-world social political trends, making the novel feel both cautionary and urgent. This sequel deepens the Earthseed's philosophy and challenges readers to consider how communities might survive and thrive amid ideological violence. So here we go again with this thought of Christianity being the savior, but yet it is being used to harm. I'm going to leave it at that. So here are my final thoughts. I would purchase this book because I do want the set. And I would say 5 out of 5. Like I said, I was a little disappointed about the reuniting of the mother and the daughter. But Parable of the Talents is essential Afro-futurist literature. Urgent, visionary, and heartbreakingly human. It balances harrowing realism with hopeful possibility, offering both dire warning and glimmers of salvation. A must-read for serious book clubs and anyone seeking powerful explanation of faith, change, and belonging. Highly recommend, highly recommend. So this book is 448 pages, 15 hours and 26 minutes if you decide to listen to it. And I loved it. Bye.